Howdy gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Somebody Irrelevant to Everyone and Everything talks about a game that he cares about. I'm Reaper 2023-07, and today we're going to be discussing an idea that I've had about the recent FuhNaff games after the release of Ruin. This video is going to be less of a full-fledged theory video and more of a discussion topic, but when Help Wanted 2 comes out, I'll probably revisit this to further enforce it or to discredit it. Before we begin, regarding the books, I want to say I still haven't read them, so I'll only use points that I've heard from other people, and I assume are common knowledge among the fans at this point, but the points themselves will be few in number. I still want to take the time to read the books, just to learn some of the points that are brought up, but given I haven't done it yet, I won't use them as much, but I will bring up some of the ideas. The idea I want to expand upon right now is the possibility that Glitchtrap and the Mimic are separate entities, one existing in the physical world and the other within the digital world. This concept is a topic that I've brought up a couple of times in my other two FuhNaff theories. If you're interested in hearing those, I'll leave links to them in the description. And if you end up enjoying them, why not give them a like? Same goes for this video too. And if you want to keep seeing content like this from me, why not subscribe? It really does make me happy to see others enjoying my ideas, and I'm really enjoying doing this kind of stuff. But let's get back on topic and focus on the theory now. The Glitchtrap virus that first appeared in Help Wanted was stated to be from circuit boards that Fazbear Entertainment had taken from old animatronics. At the time, we assumed that the boards containing the virus came from the Scraptrap animatronic, hence why it took the appearance of a rabbit that wore purple. Now that the Mimic has been introduced in the games, everyone is beginning to assume that it was a board taken from the Mimic, and that the Mimic had saw something in its past that made it copy William Afton, whether that was the missing children incident or the dead children incident. However, I'm not entirely sure that that's the case. First of all, the Mimic we see in-game is still a fully functioning animatronic, meaning if the board containing the Mimic was scanned into Help Wanted, then what Gregory says at the end of Ruin can't be true.
I really don't know what it is, but it's been trapped down here a really long time. The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free.
He says that the Mimic has been trapped down under the Pizza Sim building for a really long time, and if Fazbear Entertainment had removed the circuit board from the Mimic, I don't think that the rest of the parts would have been left down there. Plus, we don't know when the concrete wall sealing the Mimic was put up, but we do know that the terminal used for the Nexus machine is older, suggesting that it's been sealing the Mimic for longer than when Fazbear Entertainment sent the boards to Silver Parasol. More likely, I think the Glitchtrap virus did in fact come from Scraptrap, and the data contained on the board had been infused with William's agony, turning it into a virus of William's desires. But that raises the question of how and why the two are working together. One of the things that was brought up in the security breach therapy tapes was that Vanessa was communicating with someone, or something, that appeared to be manipulating her.
Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job related communications that have been coming to your computer. The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough, but what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
The likely conclusion that is drawn from that is that the Mimic is the one communicating with her. But if the Mimic already has control of Vanessa, why would it need to have her use the computers at the Pizzaplex to communicate with her? Shifting gears really quickly, I want to bring up the Vanny mask from Ruin. More specifically, the occipital transponder put into Cassie when she first puts on the mask.
Ow!
It allows Cassie to see Helpy without needing to wear the mask. Helpy is also clearly shown to be able to communicate with the Mimic based on the tunnel scene from the Monty Golf Catwalk section of Chapter 3.
What happened to it?
Yeah, with my help.
Just before, in the daycare theater, during Chapter 2, Cassie makes mention of Vanny wearing the Vanny mask.
It's Gregory! Hey! She's wearing my mask.
I believe that the Vanny mask and the occipital transponder is what the Glitchtrap virus is attached to, and that is how it performs mind control. But if the virus and the Mimic can interact and communicate with each other, then why is Vanessa speaking to the Mimic through Fazbear's computers? I genuinely don't have an answer for this, and if you think you do know, then go ahead and leave a comment. I read all of them and respond as soon as I can, so don't be afraid to speak your mind. Another point I wanted to hit on was that it appears that the Glitchtrap virus has to attach itself to one of the arcade game cabinets. This is seen in Security Breach when you do the Princess Quest ending, as beating the third game during the Good Vanny ending, she is freed from the control she was under. It's also implied that Gregory was under control at some point in time, based on the GGY story in the books, and it's even further implied in the game that the virus attached itself to the BB World game, based on the secret room in the daycare. I believe the virus has to attach itself to a cabinet before it has complete control, given that in Ruin you can play the only 2 active arcade cabinets. Those being Monty Golf, the Back 9, and Chica's Feeding Frenzy, but there's no indication of the virus being in them, unlike BB World and Princess Quest. I also want to talk really quickly about something that was found in the game files after Ruin was released. There's an unfinished map that appears to be where the final chase scene with the Mimic happens. Along what is assumed to be the chase path, there is a spot with some text on it, making reference to a future Steel Wool title with the codename Carnival. In a recent video done by John from the channel FuhNaff, he points out that the setting for Carnival could be Circus Baby's Pizza World, based on connections he made to Steel Wool's titles and the Silver Eyes trilogy. If the next title after Help Wanted 2 does take place at Circus Baby's, then that would give even more reason to suggest that the Glitchtrap virus does in fact contain William's agony. His connection to that restaurant is too strong to gloss over it. The reason for the Mimic and the Glitchtrap virus working together is still unknown, but given that there's too many contradictions for them to both be the same, I'm choosing to separate the two in my mind. I'm very interested to see where Steel Wool takes these 2 characters in the future, and I'm very excited to get to play Help Wanted 2 when it comes out. But maybe one of the 2 future titles will prove this wrong and this discussion will become completely pointless in the future. Maybe I'm going crazy thinking about these quirky animatronics and I need to find a new hobby. Either way, leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts on whether you agree or disagree that the Mimic and Glitchtrap are not the same. Thank y'all so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a ton to me that you even clicked on it in the first place. It's been a while since I've uploaded, not that most of you care, but for those that do, I want to try to be a little more active with this than I currently am. My first semester of school just started, so trying to find a balance between that, this, work, and personal stuff has been challenging. I'm also actively putting off schoolwork right now because I got tired of sitting on this. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it done as soon as this gets uploaded, and luckily it's only one assignment, or at least I think anyways. I have a couple of other things in the works right now, some being a couple of other theories, one of which being about sister location, since it's looking like it'll be relevant due to Help Wanted 2. Depending on what I upload next, I might have something new that I want to try, but you'll just have to wait and see what it is. Before I go, I want to say that if you have any ideas for stuff you want to see me post, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to go back and start doing guitar covers again, as that's what I did originally when I started this channel almost a decade ago. Maybe I'll remake the ones I took down, so let me know if that interests you. Once again, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.